safe. Something special? Industrial diamonds. Just a fortune, that's all.
My business in Hong Kong is urgent. I simply cannot miss connections at Tokyo.
The Clipper will leave, sir, as soon as the flight from Los Angeles arrives. Pan American Airways Flight 827 for Wake Island and Tokyo, and making connections for Hong Kong and Singapore. Now loading at gate 9.
Fasten your seatbelts, please.
Throughout the world, the increase in shipment of illicit goods, often by a group of present-day pirates operating under the control of an international criminal organization, has alerted the forces of law in every land. Law, too, has organized on an international basis to combat this menace, and its ever-increasing efforts are showing results throughout the world. One such agency in this effective international chain is the Hong Kong Police Constabulary. The worldwide crime syndicate is a menace to every citizen of every country on Earth. It operates in a decentralized fashion, making its detection more difficult, but fortunately not impossible. The film you're about to see concerns individuals and how their lives are affected, and how crime on the international level is fought and tracked down.
Looks like we're getting company. Diamonds? Glad we're getting rid of them. Passengers for Hong Kong and Singapore will transfer to East Asiatic Airlines, Flight 12. Please check the information desk for departure time. Thank you.
You were told about these bags?
Just put them right there.
그거다서. Good afternoon. 6A. 조선. Go. Good afternoon. 9A. 3A. 14A. 15A. Good afternoon. 15B. Good afternoon, Miss Vincent. 8A.
Over here?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Why are the police here?
To prevent trouble, I'm told.
Trouble? What trouble?
I wasn't told, ma'am. 7 and 5.
Okay, 你从你去。
Wouldn't you like to sit here with your little boy? Then you could all be together.
You're very kind, thank you.
mind.
A privilege, Miss Vincent. I haven't read any of your books. Should I apologize?
Oh, no. Lots of people haven't read my books. But how did you know my name?
Well, there's a small bookstore in Hong Kong right next to my barber's, and they had your picture in the window.
Oh, well, thank you for going to the barber, Mr.
Dumont, Tony Dumont.
Dumont. How do you do?
How do you do? May I say the picture didn't flatter you in the least?
Oh, yes, you can say that. I love a roundabout compliment. Well, what do you do in Hong Kong besides not read my books?
I get my hair cut.
Well, I guess I asked for that.
No, I don't live in Hong Kong. I live across the bay in Macau.
Macau? Well, I read somewhere that that was the wickedest city in the world. Perhaps I shouldn't have moved over here.
Well, there's a vacant chair right in front of me.
I'm not interested. Is it really wicked?
Well, I wouldn't know. I just work there.
Well, that isn't much of an answer.
Well, let's put it this way. In Hong Kong, you could get your hair cut, and in Macau, you could get your throat cut. The only difference is that in Macau, there's no charge.
Oh, I don't believe you.
Sure, that's what you want to believe. You said you read all about the place, didn't you?
Oh, I just read that there were smugglers and things. Are you a smuggler?
You hoping I am?
Oh, yes. It's been a dull trip up to now.
Oh, sorry, I'm just in the import-export business.
Well, they could be nice words for smuggling, couldn't they?
Now, with all the questions you ask, I bet you can write a book. Thank you.
Thank you.
Marmalade. You like marmalade on toast?
I love it.
Something wrong, sir?
No, I just don't feel like eating. Don't make a sound. Put the tray down.
Don't say a word. Open the door. Be quiet, you won't get hurt. Put it on gyroscope control. Get those bags. Take them to the rear. Stay here. Stay where you are. Sit down. Come on.
Where do you take us?
Quiet. Nothing will happen to you. Stay in your seats and be quiet. Fasten your belts, everyone. I'll tell you to fasten those belts. Well, go on.
Strip right below us.
You think there's a radio operator down there?
Let's hope so.
Get going.
I can manage alone now, Miss Vincent. Thank you.
How are we going to get out of here, Captain?
Nothing's been damaged except for the radio. But since we can't operate the plane, we'll have to wait till help arrives. Tell them those flares can be dangerous.
Oh, can I go, Captain?
Sure.
I am not afraid for me, but for the children.
Don't worry. We'll be picked up. Once our flight isn't heard from, the airline will send out rescue planes. Might even get help from the sea. Now, why don't you go inside with the children? It'll be much warmer there.
I guess you're right. Thank you.
Were you telling her that just to calm her?
No, if somebody sees a flare.
Oh, and the pilot said those flares can be dangerous.
Yeah.
International police agencies all over the world will be notified. If there's need of questioning any of you again, we shall be in touch. Well, thank you for your patience. Here we go now.
Miss Vincent, please. Can we have a seat? Regarding the stain here. Miss Vincent, please. Miss Vincent, make a statement. Look this way, Miss Vincent. Let's get a photo.
No, I don't.
This is your first time. How long you will stay here?
No, I
members of the gang might have been.
No, I don't have any idea.
Once more,
Really
Miss
constable.
you arrange the land. Look this way. Thank you. Once more. Just one more.
Tony.
Miss Vincent, look this way for just a moment. Would you smile, please?
Excuse me, gentlemen. You had some questions?
Hold the tape.
I missed you, Tony.
Only reason I went away.
That and business.
It was only 10 days.
And 10 nights. I worried about you, too. When Mama Lynn and I heard about the plane, I was scared silly.
Don't you ever worry about me.
Tony, let's not go right back to Macau. Let's stay a little while in Hong Kong.
Oh, I've got to, Jean. 10 days, remember?
Yes, but you're back. We're together and alone. Couldn't you forget about business for just a little while?
I've just now forgotten.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you, boys? Nico?
Now I see you, I'm happy. Now maybe we have some smiles around here. Look, that Nico never smiles. Always like a dead herring.
At your jokes, nobody laughs.
How's everything, boys?
Fine, like always.
Good.
Tony, how come you come by plane to Hong Kong? Cappy's junk don't show up?
Oh, Cappy was there, but he pulled out when the plane saw us. Can we still call about that launch, Nico?
An hour ago. He's got the diamonds in Bangkok.
Good. Let's call Tangiers, boys.
Now maybe we have a few laughs around here.
You're looking good.
Pretty dull. Yeah, Tony, that Nico. He sit by your desk like he wished to step in your shoes.
They won't fit him.
You watch. When his head gets bigger, so do his feet.
What's the code name for industrial diamonds?
313 Macau calling XO 482 Tangiers.
Industrial diamonds, machine fittings.
313 Macau calling XO 482 Tangiers.
Bender's here.
Hello, Dumont. It's nice to hear your voice again. How can our firm help you?
There's a load of machine fittings consigned to me in Bangkok. But the Macau market is dead. Can you find me a deal somewhere else?
Machine fittings. What's the value? $750,000. If you make a profit, so will we. Hold the line. Give me the call on 178. Dumont, we have a client who's in the market for machine fittings. Senor Wahoo Sousa in Rio de Janeiro. I'll arrange everything. Of course, you will be billed for the usual commission.
Of course, the usual commission. Thank you, Ben. Goodbye.
Usual commission. 30% the syndicate takes before we get even a penny. Next, they will want 30% of the world.
They already own more than that. 313 Macau calling Q61 Bangkok.
The little Quisto?
Yeah.
Now maybe we have some laughs around here.
313 Macau calling Q61 Bangkok.
Quisto Merchandising Exchange. Tony, your voice sounds like money from home. Ship out the machine fittings today? 1 second. Okay, Tony. Senor Yao Sousa, Rio de Janeiro. Take care of this, John Wood. Got it moving, Tony. Listen now. Boris, you on too?
Yeah, Quisto. Hey, you still fat like toothpick, Shadow? Hey, say, big man now. Fatter, like matchstick, Shadow.
How are you, amigo? Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, so's Mama Lynn. She keeps asking when we're gonna see you again. Too busy? Same here.
Yeah, same here. No fun, no laughs, no anythings.
Girls? No, I've sort of settled down to one. Now, look here, Minnow Bait.
Always he call you Minnow Bates. Remember? Hey, Boris feel better now. We have some laughs.
Just like the good old days, huh, Quisto?
They were it, Tony. We'd make a few bucks, live it up, and stretch out in the sun and simmer down. We were our own bosses then.
I forgot about the time, Quisto. I've got to insure the shipment. So long, amigo.
So long, amigo.
Insurance. The syndicate takes another cut from here.
Yeah. 313 Macau calling BX 109 Marseille.
Oussard speaking. Ah, yes, Monsieur Dumont. The machine fittings. 1 moment. S'il vous plaît, 540. Monsieur Dumont? Hello, hello? Monsieur? Your shipment is insured. The premium is $150,000 American.
$150,000, right.
30% cut to Tangier, 20% cut to Marseille, 10% cut to men who pull job on plane. You know why Boris is white Russian?
Why?
So many cuts, the syndicate bleed him white.
But we're living good, boy.
Yeah, with all those percents cut off from us. Nah, sometimes I wish I was clerk in bank. Then I know how much I get every month and nobody takes anything from me.
Welcome home, Mr. Tony.
Thank you, Ching. Take good care of the apartment house for me?
Very good. Apartment house still here?
Good boy. Miss Blake in her apartment?
Yes, sir.
Now put these in my place, will you?
Yes, Mr. Tony.
They say it's more polite to knock.
Knocking's for strangers. Next time, don't stay away so long.
Always come back. I don't blame myself. Been behaving yourself, Jeannie?
Were you worried? I hope.
Didn't sleep a wink in New York. Worked daytimes in San Francisco. I almost broke down in Honolulu.
Yeah, you look all beat up. You know who does the worrying around here.
You?
I always think you're going to meet someone else on one of those trips.
Now, why Why would I need someone else?
Thank you. And I shouldn't have said it.
You know, these trips mean bigger money. One of these days, I'll buy Hong Kong for you. Or how about a little nightclub all of your own? Star in your own show every night.
One thing the trip did for you, it put rocks in your head. I'm not a star, Tony. Never will be. I'll always be the second kid from the left in the chorus, just like I was when I met you.
Okay, no nightclub. I just wanted to show you off.
I've already got my audience. I'm a one-man show, Tony.
Oh, your audience brought you some applause.
Gosh, the applause is deafening.
Nice and vulgar, huh?
Oh, it's wonderful, but really you shouldn't have.
And I always bring you something when I go away on a trip.
I don't need the big bauble routine. Any little thing. A couple of handkerchiefs.
You've got a couple of handkerchiefs.
Point killer. Hello? Okay, I'll get him. Alexander Graham Bell, you're a louse.
Yes? Oh, yes, Nico.
Bangkok called. Quist will be on the phone in 15 minutes, has to talk to you. Yeah, deal with the International Export Company.
Tell Quisto he's going to have to do a little waiting. Have to go now, Jeannie.
Real peachy homecoming. Tony, it'll be your first night back.
And we'll have it together. Same as always. Okay? Wear this tonight, honey. Every man in Macau will hate my guts.
Where and where?
I'll meet you later at Mama Lynn's. We'll celebrate.
Well, we never had to go sit with a crowd before.
Well, it's a slight change of plans. You don't mind, do you, honey?
What I do mind is that you've been getting changed somewhere along the way yourself, Tony.
Me? Uh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-uh.
Uh-huh. We never have a chance to be alone anymore.
Well, I miss as much as you do, honey, but it won't be for long. You'll see.
You used to run things yourself before you got mixed up with the syndicate. It was fun then. And you were doing all right.
I'm doing better now.
I wonder. Oh, I know I shouldn't beef, but I'm half nuts all the time, Tony, ever since you joined them.
I didn't join them. They joined me.
You didn't break any legs trying to stop them.
I didn't try at all. I'm just not crazy about dying.
Okay. End of beef. I'll be a good girl now.
And stop worrying about me. I want to live. What I got to live for?
Oh, he's here now. Quisto.
What's on your mind, Minnow Bait?
Tangier says an Upjohn freighter hits Macau at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Its cargo needs refrigeration and should be unloaded fast. Got the junks to handle the job? Oh, and before I forget, tell Nan hi for me, and that the wood carvings are being sent north.
Check this out in code for me, will you? Upjohn freighter. Wood carvings being sent north. Tell Nan hi for me. Cargo needs refrigeration.
Meet hijacked freighter Norwood off Hainan at 5 a.m. tomorrow and unload hot cargo.
I'll take the job. Thanks for the tip, Quisto.
Good, Tony. So long.
Bye.
You go with junks, Tony?
No, Cappy can handle it. I'll find him.
No mama, no papa, no whiskey soda.
Me too, kid.
a good time? Good evening, all. Good evening.
When a loved one returns, he brings happiness with him.
Happiness is where you are, Mama Lynn.
And does Macau seem tiny to a man who now roams the world?
Macau is my world.
I know, but she hasn't arrived yet. There is an old friend of yours here, though.
An old friend?
The financial wizard from California. Once the little Napoleon of Macau's beachcombers.
Libero?
Tony!
Welcome home, amigo. Long time no see.
15 years, Tonito. You must join my party.
Well, I'm expecting someone myself.
She can join us, too. Come, we'll talk. You're doing well, I hear. And the same Tony as always.
You haven't changed either. Still a little Napoleon, huh?
A bigger Napoleon now. Don't you read the papers?
Sure. Big operator. Stocks and bonds, isn't it?
If that's what the papers say. Men of the world, Tony. Money, a beautiful home full of family heirlooms.
I didn't know you had a family.
Did I say it was my family?
Still the same old Libero.
And now we have 15 years to cover.
What? Tony Dumont.
Surprise and a pleasant one.
I see no introductions are necessary.
Just one. Tony, this is Commander Larrabee.
How do you do? How do you do?
You know, this young guy ran out on me at the airport at Hong Kong, and I demand an explanation.
Well, I wanted to say goodbye to you, but you were surrounded by flashbulbs.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't, because you see, it wasn't goodbye.
Well, thanks to our mutual friend here. I didn't know he was interested in books.
Bank books only. But I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Vincent in California.
And when we ran into him at the hotel tonight, he insisted on showing us Macau.
It was you who did the insisting, my dear.
It was? Of course. Anyway, I'm finding Macau very interesting.
Well, I'll autograph a smuggler for you.
Macau is extremely interesting.
Oh, excuse me. Honey, you look lovely.
Thank you, Tony.
I want you to meet some friends. Miss Blake, Miss Vincent.
How do you do?
Commander Larrabee. How do you do? And an old friend, Mr. Libero.
How do you do?
How do you do, Miss Blake?
We've been asked to join the party.
By all means, by all means.
We've been keeping him for you, Miss Blake. How nice.
Miss Vincent and I met on the plane.
Tony really took charge when we were grounded. We were very lucky to have him aboard. Oh, I'm sure of that.
May I have this dance, Miss Blake? That is, if Mr. Dumont can spare her.
Sure.
I'll chaperone him for you, Miss Blake.
Yes, I'd like to. Didn't you tell me that Macau was a place where throat cutting was done for nothing?
Yep.
I have a feeling I'm a candidate.
Oh, don't be silly.
She's lovely. Well, now tell me. I want to find out more about you two. Where did you first become friends?
Right here when we were kids.
There were 3 of us. Quisto's still here?
No, he's been in Bangkok for a year.
We all shipped out of here on a tramp steamer.
And we jumped ship in America. 3 kids who discovered a new world. But after a few years, it got to be too much for Quisto and me, so we came back.
I know. America wasn't wicked enough for you.
Pardon me. Your office phoned. You are needed.
You'll excuse me. I have to run.
Oh, you'll be back, won't you, Tony?
Just as soon as I can. You take care of Jean for me?
A privilege, Tonito. Would you like to dance, my dear?
I'd love to. Tell me more about Tony.
Why so many questions about Tony?
Oh, I'm always interested in people.
As a novelist, I assume.
I'm not writing anything at the moment.
Women have always been interested in Tony. Lucky for us.
Us?
Quisto and I. And Tony. We all started out with nothing. Then Tony met a woman. Her name was Lynn.
Mama Lynn?
Yes.
Tell me about her.
She was beautiful. One of the loveliest sing-song girls I had ever seen.
She still seems to take quite an interest in Tony.
And he in her. Tony has always needed women around him. And women have always been happy to oblige.
He said he grew up in Macau. Was he born here?
You'll never know where he was born. They found him in a tourist hotel here in the bar. He was only 3 or 4 weeks old.
Sounds fascinating. Girl could write a book.
Tangier's calling. What's Bendish want at this hour of the night?
He's got word from security.
Security?
Head of the enforcers.
Hello, Tangiers?
Sorry to disturb you at this hour, Dumont, but it's necessary. Security has learned that there's been a leak concerning the contract bids for the Upjohn line. Another company means to bid under you for the consignment your firm is to receive tomorrow. They expect to take the cargo themselves.
I understand. Any suggestions?
This other company means to make trouble. So use all measures needed to put the deal over. This is not a suggestion. This is an order from the head of the firm, understand?
I'll take personal charge of the job.
Thank you, Dumont. Let me know the results. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Someone's going to hijack the syndicate freighter.
And our junk's already go.
I'll catch him in the launch. Nico, you and the crew rig it. I'll meet you in an hour. Right. You stay by the radio, Boris.
You stole the ship and crew?
10 days ago. Been unloading cargo on the way here. You guys get the last of it.
How did you get rid of the crew?
Locked them up below. They'll get out when we abandon ship.
It's getting light, Captain. Get the job done before we get caught out here.
We're loading now. I had to put Nico aboard first.
Okay.
Come alongside our starboard and 5 on the port. And they're getting close.
When they get within 50 yards, yell.
Yeah, they're closer than 50 yards.
Boris, yeah, we're okay. Call Tangiers and tell them the Upjohn job is completed. Right. Turn around and head for home. Miss Blake is in, isn't she?
To you, I'm not so sure, Mr. Dumont.
Jean, open the door, will you? Jean, I'm sorry about last night. It couldn't be helped. I said I'm sorry. Now, will you open the door?
Tony, be quiet. You'll wake up the whole apartment house.
Who cares? It's my apartment house.
Babies get spanked for less than that.
Daddy, gonna talk to me? You want to get spanked?
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you.
pretty good, huh?
Hey, that's the fourth time we're really lucky.
Tonight's our lucky night.
It is we who are the lucky ones, eh, Tonito?
Right.
When Tony and I are together, it is always lucky. Here, we play number 2 for the two of us.
2. 2 is right, amigo.
There we go.
You see how our luck holds up.
Yes, let's see.
Hello. Do you mind company?
Not at all.
Good evening. Hello, Pamela.
Pamela, the reception in Hong Kong is over.
Oh, pretty dull, so I ducked out early.
You should have been with us. A beautiful dinner, lovely wine, and now we risk our fortunes on Fantan.
Oh, that's very exciting. Could you show me how to play it, Tony?
Why, sure.
The girls will show you. While I borrow Tony for a few minutes. We won't be long.
Excuse us, sweet. What's on your mind, amigo?
Tonito, it is always lucky when we are together. I wish we could be together again, all three of us.
I'd like that. Quisto, too. But...
You can't leave Macau.
Well, that's not the case. Things are great now. Business is booming.
So I hear. The plane job paid off well, huh?
Plane job?
Industrial diamonds. Almost $1 million, wasn't it?
You think I got 'em?
I know who got them. You like working for the syndicate?
Where do you get all these pipe dreams?
No pipe dreams, Tony. Facts. Like the fact that the syndicate took over you and Quisto. And names like Maxler, Bendish.
You know too much, Libero. They're going to be after you.
They've already been after me. To join them. But I'm playing things my way, Tonito. It means more freedom, more profit. And I am my own boss. Like you used to be, Tony.
I still am.
Tony. I have to talk to you. It's important.
Can I wait?
It has to be right now.
Do you mind?
I don't mind at all, Tonito. But do you?
Yeah, what is it?
Bendish called. He said to get you fast. They found the leak on the Norwood job.
Good.
The fellow that tried to hijack us was Quisto.
Quisto?
He's already got through him up at Bangkok.
Oh. Got away, huh?
But not for long. The enforcer said, pull the plug on him. Wash him out.
All right. You go back to the office. I'll be there in a few minutes.
Bendish is waiting.
He can wait.
Not for long.
We won again.
Let's play number 2 again, girls. Shall we?
Good evening, Miss Vincent. Table for 1.
For 2, if you'll join me.
It's late, and we'll soon be closing. Sit here with me at the bar if you'd like. What will you have to drink?
Whiskey, please.
Apple whiskey for Miss Vincent, please. Did you enjoy the Fantan?
Yes, after Miss Blake taught me how to play it.
Jean taught you, not Tony.
A moment after I got there, Tony had to leave.
And he didn't return. So you waited.
How did you know that?
You were here. Soda?
Please. Well, I was hoping I'd find him. The others gave up an hour ago.
Give up too, Miss Vincent. His world and yours are not the same.
And never the twain shall meet.
It's more than east and west. Much more.
Your friend Jean managed to bridge the gap?
There was no gap. She was with an American show when it broke up in Hong Kong. Then she came to work for me. I introduced her to Tony.
Seems to have taken.
She loves him very much. He is her life. I love him myself, in my own way. Enough not to want him hurt.
Well, I'm afraid I wouldn't have time to wound him very badly. I'm leaving Hong Kong tomorrow. I was hoping to see him once more.
Miss Vincent, are you opening a chapter or closing one?
I wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbyes don't always remain goodbyes.
Well, couldn't you let Tony decide that? After all, he's no longer a child.
Sometimes I forget that. Afuk, telephone, please. He's at his office. Call 711.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for calling me tonight.
Well, I wanted to see you once before I left.
Still curious about me, huh?
Oh, yes. But it isn't just that. You know, I've never known your kind of man before.
Well, congratulations.
I'm afraid it's my loss.
Don't ever be afraid of anything.
You're not?
Well, I figured it all out when I was a kid roaming the gutters of Macau. I had a hunch that God had lost track of me and all the billions of people here on Earth.
And so nothing can ever happen to you? Is that what you believe?
I've never had any reason to change my mind.
Oh, we're almost there.
Yeah?
Tony, I have an idea. Why don't you stay over in Hong Kong until I leave tomorrow? You still owe me a Hong Kong goodbye, remember?
Of course I remember. But I can't. I have to go back to Macau. A man may show up from Bangkok.
You're not doing so well at forgetting business.
Well, this is personal. The man's in danger. I've got to help him.
Can anyone get in danger in the import-export business?
Are you worried?
Well, I wouldn't like anything to happen to you.
Oh, why not? Might make a very interesting finish for a book.
Well, this is only the beginning.
Is it, Pamela?
Yes. Yes, I want it to be.
You're making goodbye awfully tough.
Don't say goodbye.
Mama Lynn.
You have said your proper farewells to Miss Vincent?
Well, I took her over to Hong Kong. Why would you be interested in that?
Because, Tony, this is the night for farewells. It is time now for you to say goodbye to Jean.
To Jean?
The heart is a small room, Tony. When someone enters it, someone else must move out.
I don't believe you. Well, Mama Lynn was right. You're walking out on me.
Isn't it just about my turn?
Now listen, Jean.
No. I've been now listened to death. I can't hear anymore.
Well, there's no point in running out in the middle of the night. Why don't you wait till morning? Give yourself time to think.
No, Tony, I've done my thinking. Your life's got too crowded for me. I hate crowds. You get shoved around in them.
Mama Lynn, will you tell her she's crazy? Maybe she'll listen to you.
No, Tony. I could not lie to her, nor to myself.
Look, just till morning. That's all I ask. I'll come down here. We'll have breakfast and...
I won't be here, Tony. I'm going to Mama Lynn's.
Wait, please. I'm all mixed up. I don't know where I'm headed.
Well, I could tell you where you're headed, but you wouldn't like it.
All right, then tell me.
Tony. Well, it's just not Pamela Vincent, if that's what you're thinking. Maybe she doesn't even mean anything to you. Or does she? I'm sorry now I asked. I guess I'm not a very good loser. Oh, Tony, I'm not even thinking of her. I'm thinking of you and what you're doing to your life.
That's my life.
Please, Tony.
You're right, Tony. I am crazy. Because I'll always be in love with you.
I suppose I've hurt you, too.
When a man makes a mistake, all his friends suffer.
You think I'm wrong, really?
I should have expected it, Tony. Because you've been wrong most of your life.
Now, come here.
I had to. No one else, Tony. No one to go to. You're my only friend. Tony, help me get to Tokyo. I can hide there.
Relax. Take it easy, Minombate.
Oh, Tony, I didn't want in with the syndicate. They made me come in like they did you. They'll kill me.
No, they won't. I'll get you on a junk. Hello?
Good news. Quisto's in Macau.
Got men out all over the place. He hasn't got a chance, Tony.
Where are you?
At the office.
Stay there. I'll handle things at this end of town.
But, Tony, you said you'd help me.
I will. Now, take it easy. There's always a couple of junks leaving for Formosa. You stay here, I'll make all the arrangements.
Okay, Tony.
Tony.
Not this junk. That one, where the men are working.
I'll bring him.
Have you made the arrangements, Tony?
It's all taken care of. Come on. That one.
I don't know how to thank you, Tony.
Don't thank me.
Goodbye, amigo.
Goodbye, Tony. When it's time to kill our friends, it's time to get out. For you, too late, even.
Boys, listen, I couldn't help it.
Is what I mean, Tony. You couldn't help. No. I tried for a job on fishing boat somewhere. Somewhere, not here.
Boys, I tried.
You shouldn't be so selfish, Tony. You had Quisto in your apartment. You wanted to turn him in all by yourself? Get all the glory? That time? He thought you were his friend.
Yeah, he thought I was his friend.
Oh, Tangier's called. They want you there in 3 days.
They say why?
No, they just said, be there.
Gross stake in my district for the past quarter was a little more than $3 million beyond our expectations.
Perhaps then we must raise our expectations. Gentlemen, the past quarter has been splendid for all of us, you'll be happy to know. We have done a business of almost $2 billion.
And our dividends increase?
It is regrettable that dividends will have to be cut. You must remember that our business is not exactly like others. Considerable oil must be poured for our protection. And you know how expensive oil can be, especially when the pouring must never stop. The order came directly from the gentleman who is unable to be with us today. Gentlemen, this is Minher Janbot, now in charge at Bangkok, in place of our late friend Michael Quisto. The meeting stands adjourned, and our conference is ended. Oh, Duman, join me for a drink, won't you?
Sure.
Carstairs.
Yes.
Have them get my plane ready. I'll be at the airport in half an hour.
Yes.
We've been thinking about your friend Quisto. You and Quisto came into the syndicate together. He's been removed and now is of no concern. However, we are a bit concerned that you might feel the same way toward us as he did.
You forget I was the one that wrecked Quisto's hijack job. And I was there when Quisto was removed. I don't think you gentlemen have to worry about me.
And I sincerely hope you never have to worry about us. Try the brandy, Dumont. I think you'll find it excellent.
Monsieur, s'il vous plaît. This way.
Thank you. Thank you. Just coffee.
Coffee? I think you will find our menu very interesting. Allow me to show you.
Very interesting.
Merci.
Pamela.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but I will. Fancy meeting you here. Are you alone?
Well, I'm just here on business. I have to go back to Hong Kong tomorrow.
Well, I'm sailing for Mallorca in the morning. Start slugging away on a new book.
Well, that doesn't leave us much time. If it leaves us any at all.
It leaves us as much time as you want, Tony.
There'll never be that much time.
You've got to get back.
And back? I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, Tony, if we hadn't run into each other last night, if we hadn't acted on an impulse.
I just don't want anything to change.
Oh, darling, everything changes. People, you, me. That girl you met on the plane isn't the girl you're with now. And when we meet again, who knows?
Oh, I like it this way.
Tony, you are different. You're not at all the kind of man I'd run into at home. Maybe that's why I travel.
Oh, you might run into my kind of man at home. You might run into me.
Oh, Tony, I'd love that. But aren't you sort of tied up in Macau?
I've just decided I'm untying myself.
Tony! A fella can get hurt that way.
A fella can get hurt lots of ways.
Tonito, I hate to see you. I have a big deal coming up. The syndicate has been robbing you long enough, Tony. It is time the tables were turned.
Now, how do I tip this particular table?
In 10 days, a certain Maharaja will be robbed of his very valuable diamonds. A man with a diplomatic passport will smuggle them from Bombay to Tokyo. This man will stop off at Hong Kong, where you will take charge of the stones.
Then what?
You will deliver them to your partner in California, me.
The syndicate keeps pretty close tabs on people who get a sudden urge to travel. How do I manage that?
By taking a long trip around the world without a passport.
I lose Tony Dumont completely, huh? I want to talk to you, Legato.
Hey, Tony.
How'd you like a job stealing a man's luggage?
Maybe. When?
The man arrives in Hong Kong tomorrow on a PO steamer. His name is Cagliato.
Cagliato.
He expects to be picked up off the steamer in a launch. A launch exactly like yours.
How much will I get?
Dump the man ashore in Lantau. At 11 o'clock tomorrow night, bring all of his luggage over to my old warehouse.
But you still don't tell me how much I'll get, Tony.
I'll give you the other half tomorrow night, okay?
Okay, Tony.
And bring all the luggage.
Okay, Tony.
Kidnap deal, huh? Who do I snatch?
Me. I'm taking a short vacation with pay.
How much for my end?
25,000 American.
You say to yourself, kidnap.
Not till tomorrow night. Now, here's the setup.
Know something, Tony? I like it already.
Nico, pleasant surprise.
Got work to do. Somebody hijacked a syndicate messenger in Hong Kong. Got away with $1 million in diamonds.
You better call Tangiers.
I did. They want us to go over to Hong Kong and get that hijacker. Fast.
All right. Let me finish my coffee.
Open the door. Come on, get moving.
So it means more dough. I know you're up to something big. But I won't talk, Tony, if you'll just sweeten my end of the... What are you trying to do, cross me?
I'm trying to help you. I think maybe there's something in there you want, that's all. It's for you, Tony.
What'd you find, Legato?
Nothing. Tony paid me $10,000, but there's nothing in those bags. Nothing.
Those bags are the reason you had me kidnap you, Tony?
Who got kidnapped?
Keep out of this, Cappy.
I'm in. What's in the bags?
It's a syndicate deal, Cappy.
It ain't, and you know it. So we're all partners, eh, Legato?
We're all partners now. Aren't we, Tony?
Play it smart, Tony. Tell us. What's in the bags?
Okay. Diamonds. Let's see your pipers. Next.
Those diamonds have to be recovered. But more important, the man who stole them must be dealt with.
But Dumont is dead.
A body was identified as Dumont's by things in his coat.
But the diamonds haven't been found. We think they disappeared with Dumont.
We want those diamonds. But most of all, we want Dumont. Now, he's got to come up for air sometime. So keep the men in all your districts on the watch for him. Even if it takes years.
He won't turn up in my district. It's too hot in Macau.
He'll discover the whole world is too hot for him. And he's going to discover something else. That no man is bigger than the syndicate.
This place, his apartment house, his bank accounts, all signed over to us. Jean, his last thoughts were of you.
But why would he make out a will? Unless he knew something was going to happen to him.
Because that is how Tony lived, my dear. All his life he walked with danger. In a way, it is better for him the walk is over.
Mr. Libero, please. Anton Dumanez. Out of the city. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? Yes, he's expecting me. Thank you.
And I'm dying to read it.
Personally, I always wait for the movie.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're late, young man. The party's almost over.
Oh, no, it's just beginning.
Oh?
I think the publisher did very well. Well, goodbye, Pam. And let me say again, the book is thrilling.
Oh, thank you, darling. We'll see you soon.
Nice party.
Goodbye.
Hello, Pamela.
Tony.
Can't you yell fire or something?
Well, they're just leaving now. Give me a minute.
Not a second longer.
Bob,
True, Miss Carey.
give me a hand in the exit department, will you,
Oh,
darling?
sure thing, Pam. See, Miss Carey, we'll see you at dinner, and you can talk it over with Pam then.
I wish I could spend more time with you. Tony, you're the last person.
Not Tony anymore. Anton Dumanez. You said people change, remember? Well, so have I. New name, new address, new man, new life. Well, this one's finished. Let's start a new one.
Pamela?
One of them couldn't find his way out.
Oh, Bob, I want you to meet Tony. Anton Dumanez. This is Bob Denham, the champion tennis player.
How do you do?
Hello. The car's waiting, Pam.
Oh, you can't go now.
Well, Tony, the publisher's giving another cocktail party for me, so I have to.
Well, fine. Tell me where it is. I'll pick you up later for dinner. Well, how late am I, Pamela?
Well, Tony, it's just that you couldn't have come at a worse time. I'm so absolutely up to here. Bob, do you mind waiting just for a little while?
Sure.
Tony, about this new name of yours, are you in trouble?
If this is trouble.
Well, give a girl a chance to talk.
Okay, but talk fast.
Well, I am sorry about this confusion. But how was I to know that you'd show up?
I like surprises, don't you?
Tony, it's been a year. You haven't written.
I know how long it's been. I've counted the days.
Well, what about Macau? And your business there?
Tangier, a certain lady, asked me to give it up.
Well, I didn't say exactly those words, Tony.
It's not only the words. Just the words who wouldn't have done it.
Well, Tangier's was a long time ago.
For me, it's always been like last night. I guess things do change, huh?
Tony, I tried to tell you. These things happen. It's nobody's fault.
And Tangier's got lost in the shuffle.
Oh, Tangier's was beautiful, Tony. I'll never forget it, or you. I'll always be fond of you, Tony.
Fond? Cut the fancy language, Pamela. Level with me.
All right. I met a fascinating man on a plane. And I saw him again in Hong Kong and in Macau and in Tangier.
Then you went to Mallorca. And you put him in a book. Now the book is finished. And you wrote the end.
Read the book, Tony. It'll tell you a lot better than I can.
No, I'd rather wait for the next one. I can see it now. Pamela Vincent does it again. The heart-rending story of the unrequited love of a handsome young tennis star.
Oh, stop it, Tony. Bob Denham's a good friend and a very interesting person.
Brother, was I taken for a boat ride? I gave up everything for one night.
Oh, there are millions of nights and just as many boats.
Hey, now, wait a minute.
Hey, Tony!
Thanks, mister. Who is it? What happened?
It was that financial fellow we're always reading about, Rory. Got himself shot up. You can't get any deader, I heard one of the cops say.
Why didn't you yell? I thought it was...
I know what you thought it was, Tony. That's why no yell. I hear many things, Tony. Meet many people. Hear all I need to hear.
Yeah, there's not many laughs anymore, is there, Boris?
Boris stopped laughing when Minnow Bates dead. Then I hear you dead, too. But I say no. Not with the diamond still gone.
Yeah, $1 million. And not worth a nickel.
This place no good for talk. Come on. But, Tony, maybe if you went someplace to hide...
Hide? I've been doing that for almost a year. Look what it's got me.
Always you have women who love you around. Mama Lynn and Jean. You should go home, Tony.
Back to Macau? They don't all love me back there, Boris.
I got an idea, but first we have to get you in shape to listen. Come on. How much money you got?
Outside of this wonderful hunk of nothing. About $2,000.
Is enough. I know fishing boat leaves for Panama tonight. I get you on it. Then you take tramp steamer to Philippines. One day you will be back in Hong Kong.
Oh, swell. Then I start hiding all over again, huh?
Better to hide near loved ones than like this. Hey, Tony?
Yes, who is it?
Tony.
Tony. Oh, I'd always hoped someday...
Is Jean still with you?
Yes, Jean still lives here with me.
As soon as I can, I'll send for you and Jean.
Yes, I'm listening. Of course. Money is no problem. The two men on the ferry, they're still with us. There's a telephone at the tea shop. Oh, 先生，我有打電話。唔該你。
Telephone for you.
For me?
Yes. One moment.
Ah.
Thank you. Yes? Jean! Where are you?
We're in a tea shop on Pottinger Street. We didn't send a messenger. Mama Lynn and I came ourselves. But, Tony, we're being followed. 2 men across the street.
Let me talk to Mama.
Go to the ivory shop on Sing Wong Street? Yes, I know it. Shake my tail? Oh, you mean try to get rid of them? Yes, and you'll phone me. All right, Tony. And here's Jean now. I'm going.
I'm on, Tony. Yes, I'm watching. Oh, Tony, it didn't work. Only one of them followed her.
Take the next ferry to Calhoun. Now, if you can shake your man, go to the Botanical Gardens, entrance gate. I'll try and meet you there.
All right. Thank you.
Officer, please, a man is following me.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't leave my post. That officer over there, go to him.
Officer, you must help me.
Yes?
A strange man is following me. I'm afraid he saw this. It's that man.
Inspector, we have a man.
He says his name is Chum.
Don't book him through regular channels. I want him brought directly to headquarters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, this is exquisite, but not quite what I...
Excuse me, please. Hello. You wish to speak to Madam Cheng Lin?
Oh, I'm Madam Lin, please. Thank you. Tony, I'm alone now. Yes, tail has been shaken. Meet you where? Tiger Balm Gardens. Yes, I will be there. Goodbye. Thank you. I will come another day.
Thank you.
Mama Lynn.
Tony!
Let's go.
For good luck, I rubbed the tummy of Ho Tai. I hope it will help.
I wish I'd done the same thing, Mama Lynn, a long time ago before I got mixed up in anything like this.
You may take him away now. I think we have good enough reason to believe this man's employer is somewhere in Hong Kong, too. I want all departments alerted to the possible presence of the syndicate's man, Nico.
anything happens to Gene out,
I got away from him, Tony.
Stop Aero Terminal, quickly.
What are the plans, Tony? What happens this time?
In an hour, a junk leaves from Manila. Once I'm in the clear, I'll send for you both.
Do not send for me, Tony. Macau and I are lovers. We could never part.
Another 10 if you lose that car behind us. Turn around. Keep going.
I'm going to go with you, Tony.
That's what I've always wanted. Oh, I forgot my briefcase. You go ahead and get aboard, and I'll catch up in a minute.
Hurry, Tony.
Come on, Gene.
Is what you want, Nico?
And you too.
Can't make a deal, huh?
You're dead.
Wait, wait!
Once before, we thought we had lost him. But he was with us all the time.